Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Burgers with Eric podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Burgers with Eric podcast. My name is Stephen James, your host. To my right is the dime store Dan Bilzerian, the EWG, the juiciest Lucy, Eric Weingard. And to my left is the producer of the Burgers with Eric podcast, Sexual Actual. What's up, man? You guys like our brand new intro song? I fucking love it, dude. Testament to Fiverr, right? So what I did was I took the royalty-free, basic-ass shit that we had for the first 15 episodes, and I sent it to a producer in Brazil off of Fiverr and said, make this heavy metal.
Damn.
And he dope. And he did it.
Very on brand.
Right? It's super fucking cool. But, we talk about that a lot. Like, start a business, do this, do that. Like, dude, I got that back in 2 days. You know how much it cost?
20.
It was $35.
Oh.
I tipped him $13.
Yeah.
And it came back in 2 days. And we have the rights to it. It's ours. That'll be our branded song, dude. Fucking phenomenal.
The return time is unbeatable.
Yeah. And I know you've been doing some work on Fiverr as well. What's up? Talk to us about,
Yeah, so the three of us our hands are all in different projects. So I went onto Fiverr to kind of get this podcast episodes broken up into Reels/TikToks. And so trying out some few creator people on there. Yeah. I use this one guy. I think I'm going to do some more exploring, not just settle on him. But so far, it's a good experience. The turnaround time is actually what I think the biggest thing is.
Yeah. You don't want to be waiting for it.
No. And so, waiting on some more, but I'm excited about it.
That shit's going to expand eventually to like AI. It's going to be like Fiverr/AI.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Half of them actually use it. But guys, we'll touch on all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Basically, this episode is episode 16. We doing it.
Yeah, consistent, baby.
We're doing it. It's all about consistency. But this week, we're going to talk about the crazy shit that happened this week in Congress and, governments and things that are coming out and the Obamas and that's going to be fun. Okay. And we're going to get into things about what annoys you the most in life. And I got two, and one of them I experienced on our way here, and we'll touch on that. We did a cooking class, and I know we touched on this on episode 15. We never actually got to it because we got carried away with the flat earth stuff, which was fun. And there's been a lot of good positive feedback about the flat earth conspiracy. And then you guys want to talk about, you said you guys are grabbing a parasite cleanse.
Yeah.
And then so that's a cool supplement. And then I'm also grabbing some beard serum and all that shit. So we'll talk about that. But first, let's get into your trip to Texas, because you've been gone all week. Talk to us about Texas, and where were you, first of all, and secondly, is it truly a different country or what?
So Texas, I've always liked basketball, right? And I've always been a big San Antonio Spurs fan. So I've always gone down to Texas for the last 20 years. So I've, because I would always catch their playoff games and that kind of thing. So Texas is huge. So you got to realize Texas is. Here's what people don't realize about Texas. If you go to Austin, Texas might as well be San Francisco.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. It is a very liberal city. So most people think of Texas as, hardcore, right wing. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, that is the prevailing, political mindset. But, dude, you got to realize there's, cities like Dallas are predominantly liberal, and Austin might as well be San Francisco. But where I was small town Texas. It was a town called Sherman. And, dude, it's about an hour north. Harvey's all over the place. About an hour north of Dallas. It's probably 40,000 people or so. It's definitely not podunk, but it's not. I wouldn't call it a metropolitan. But dude, honestly, man, these are some of the most. I don't want to say salt to the earth, but these are some of the most value-driven and standing by people you'll ever meet.
Is that right?
For sure. No doubt about it. And sometimes, I go back and forth about it, and I always envision what my childhood would have been like there or what anybody else's childhood would be like there. But there's something to say for small town values, like this whole Jason Aldean song, right? Mm-hmm. And it's causing a lot of it's causing a lot of drama, right? And a lot of people are basically trying to say that try that here in a small town is racist because, but blah 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 blah. And anybody who listens to the lyrics,
It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
all he's really talking about is pride in your community, small town values, having each other's back. He didn't say anything about black, white, Spanish, Asian. He just, he basically said crime is crime and you don't bring that here.
Ultimately, what he said is fuck around and find out.
And that,
Let's be honest.
Yeah,
That's
no
what he
doubt.
said.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not stupid.
Well, also in the music video too, he made a point to show real life events, but it wasn't just
Right, and we can't have that.
one race.
No, of course not.
So-
We can't have that.
No, but I mean that's the irony behind people
Yeah.
getting all
Fired
butthurt
up.
over it because
Right.
it's look at the music video.
Right. You mad because he held up a mirror in front of you?
Yeah.
I don't understand. You mad because you vote for shit that supports this? What are you mad about? What are you so mad about? Like, why is their go-to always racist? Shut up.
Because it is the Trump card now, and I don't mean Donald Trump. So when my African American friends find out that I'm a Donald Trump supporter,
Yeah.
they look at me like, "What? That's not you." And like, but they're a lot of them, okay. But here's the thing: that's with the assumption because you have been trained, or what's the word I'm looking for? Programmed to believe,
Indoctrinated, yeah.
to believe that he is racist. So therefore, I'm racist. I don't believe he is racist.
Contrary to all of the evidence, how are you going to tell me that a guy that dated black women, won NAACP awards, was at all kinds of black awards, did more for the historically black colleges than any president ever? How are you going to, and the fucking list goes on and on. How are you going to sit here and tell me Donald Trump is racist? A, B, how come your African American friends don't know this shit?
Right. No, I agree. Now, I will say there is an awakening with the African American community for sure.
Big one.
You can see it all over TikTok. Like you could see them supporting this Jason Aldean song, wearing red, white, and blue. And to me, that gets me very teary eyed. Like that's very like awakening, and you can feel the brotherhood to it. So it's
because ultimately, we've said this before, and you have, in order to bring about that whole new world order that is no longer a fucking conspiracy theory. It's happening. You can just listen to the WEF or the WHO and just read half the shit that they're saying, dude. Like, they're not even hiding it anymore. In order to pull this off, America has to fall within because nobody's invading us. Japan famously didn't invade the United States because one of the generals said there's a gun behind every blade of grass in that country. She's not wrong. So, yeah, man.
So the whole new world order. Let me ask you this, right? Yeah. So my interpretation of it is that it's very powerful people trying to create a reason to create a one world government.
One world religion as well. Look at Klaus Schwab's last fucking thing, dude. It's crazy.
Speaking of just like the state of Texas in general, I feel like Florida and Texas kind of have similarities in just patriarchy. Mm-hmm. So my sister was, she still is in upstate New York, and she was talking to one of her coworkers. She works at a restaurant, and she was like, yeah, like it'd be nice to maybe move out of here at some point. And the girl's like, oh, where do you think you would want to go? She's like, well, my sister's in Florida. Like that's in the cards. Yeah.
She's leaning towards it, by the way.
She's
coming here in a few
Come
minutes.
on, Paige, get your ass
I know,
down
if
here.
you're
What are you
listening,
doing?
get your booty. But so what was interesting was that the coworker got visibly upset that Paige would even think about moving to Florida.
Why would you do that?
And she's like, if you go down there, there's no women's rights.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that's where the conversation jumped to. And Paige goes, "Oh my God, I just can't even believe it." She goes, "But why does she think that?" And she was like, "She's just telling me about abortion, stuff like that." I go, "You know what? Why don't you challenge her and ask her why she thinks that, and ask for her proof." Like proof of the pudding, and I go, watch this. She'll get really upset.
Oh, super
Like they
mad.
can't even defend what their argument is. They just get so upset.
But okay, so this is one of the very few times I'm actually going to side with a liberal maniac. DeSantis kind of jumped the shark on the abortion thing. It's fucking stupid, dude. It's stupid. That is the one move he's made that is just like, bro, give me a fucking break. Like, don't do that. If you're a Republican candidate, leave abortion the fuck alone. Don't even mention it. Okay? Run on crime and economics. That's it. That's all you have to do. Shut your mouth about abortion and all that.
Yeah, just say let the states decide.
Right. What he did there is fucked up. I will agree with the liberal maniac in Rochester. However, it's not. There's no women's rights. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, like we're dragging women by their hair up and down the street,
Right. And
all throughout the
sure,
state of Florida.
Sure, Eric made a good point. Like, yeah, DeSantis did what DeSantis did, but you can go anywhere else in the country.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're stuck.
Right.
You can't leave
Yeah,
the state
yeah,
of
yeah.
Florida once you're a resident.
It's not.
Yeah, if you're pregnant and you want to get an abortion and it's legal in South Carolina,
Well, no,
well,
it's
take a bus to South
it's
Carolina.
still legal here.
It's just the time
The
period.
time frame is astronomically stupid. So,
Yeah. Just saying, if that were to happen, if it were to
course.
become.
yeah, of course. But so where are we going with that?
Well, I was just tying it in with Texans, patriarchy, and I think that most
Patriotism? Is that
Yeah,
what you mean? Patriotism.
patriotism.
Patriarchy.
Yeah.
Careful.
Either.
Whoa, sorry, guys. I've been taking my real estate license
next-
course. I'm a little brain dead.
Next thing you know, Lex is going to say the word assault rifle, and we're all just going to.
Banned. YouTube banned.
I'm a little mushy today.
Yeah.
No, wasn't correcting you. I was just correcting. Yeah, I was correcting.
No, it's good. We got listeners.
All right. So come on, get Paige down here. Let's go.
She'll be here
She's
soon.
coming. She'll be here in the fall. Can't wait to see you, Paigey.
Yeah.
Who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody about it. And they're like, oh yeah, one of our business guys in California, or not California. He's in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Jamie Lewis, by the way. He's a phenomenal kid. Like fucking most talented kid I've ever met in my entire life. He looks like a little, like a little Eminem with like sickle cell disease or something. It's weird. He looks like a
Crackish?
Yeah,
Not crackhead, but
yeah.
crackish?
But he's the nicest kid in the world. Both of his parents are like classical music instructors at some Connecticut college. Mm-hmm. This kid can rap. He plays heavy metal, writes, composes, all that shit. Piano, drums, guitar. It's fucking wild. Like his social media presence for what he sells is wild. So, but anyway, we're talking, and he's like, "Yeah, we're having that, liberal / conservative, talk." And he's got a lot of money. He goes, "Dude, I grew up very liberal because that's what my parents are in, and they're in academia and all that stuff." He goes, "I'll tell you when I switched." He goes, "This is the second I started making money."
So true.
He's like, "Wait, why? I have to give how much away to the government and the state?" So he's like, "Dude, how do I get away from this?" I said, "Buddy, you got like 3 choices in this country." And he's like, "Well, what's Florida like?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm surrounded by Trump flags. I'm surrounded by." I go, "We have like one set of liberal neighbors, and they're just old and like."
Aren't they actually cool though?
Yeah, we like them. We
Yeah.
like Liz and Jim are great. They're cool, and they don't push their stupid beliefs. They just don't know. Like they don't know. They're still stuck in the JFK government from the 60s when they were our age, Like, no, we can trust them. Well, that changed probably in 1968 when they killed the guy. But at any rate, dude, I mean, we can seg this right back into.
If you're not responsible for a family, I
Yeah.
was just thinking, if you're not responsible for a family,
Right.
your children's health,
Right.
wealth, your wife,
Yeah.
it's a whole lot easier to be liberal at 20.
100%.
Once you become the patriarch, right?
Yeah.
Right, babe? That's when common sense comes into play,
Yeah,
or as it should.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Safety,
Yeah.
finances.
I mean, dude, I'm ashamed of it, but I voted for Obama the first time.
No way.
Yeah, in 2008. Yeah.
This is one of the most shocking things I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
I know.
shit.
Yeah.
That is-
I didn't vote for him the second time.
Oh
I'll
my
tell you
god,
that.
I'm so shocked.
Did I never told you how I like became a Second Amendment
That's
guy?
like one of the most profound things we could talk about.
You didn't know
actually.
that?
No.
No,
I
I
didn't
thought
know.
you were like
No.
beginning from the womb.
No. No, politics wasn't a thing in my family, dude. But so I remember distinctly that, George Bush started this war and killed all these Iraqis, right? So like I didn't like that. I didn't know. I was just a stupid kid working at fucking like Circuit City.
How old were you at the time?
2008, I was like 28.
So funny. I don't think Circuit City is a thing.
Yeah,
anymore.
20. No, it's not. No, shut up, Lex.
But I do remember Circuit City.
Yeah.
I was a part of that.
That was one of the best jobs I ever had, by the way. That
I'm
was
sure.
super fun. I still have friends from that fucking job, Anyway. Anyway, so, like I was a victim of the media where, we're at Circuit City all day long and they're talking about, oh, George Bush's approval rating is -37 and he spent $80 trillion. And I'm just like, he's so stupid. Like you just see what you see on the television. That now, I realized that is the problem with 90% of the country. Right, Rush Limbaugh used to, rest in peace to that guy, but he used to refer to that as the drive-by media. People, oh, you just drive by, it's on a billboard, okay, that's it. Like no other critical thought. So anyway.
What an interesting thought. I would have never, like, there is a correlation. There has to be.
100%. Yeah.
You're consuming only that.
100%. Well, it's not even, you're being fed only that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you choose what to put in your mouth. You choose what to consume.
Well, at the workplace, how much can you really?
You don't have any control over it.
Yeah.
It's just on in the background. And then, all day long. George Bush is this, right? So, growing up, never really gave it a second thought. It was, Ronald Reagan was a great president. Bill Clinton was a great president, right? That's how we thought up until, Obama's second term and everything really started going fucking crazy. But no, how I became a gun guy, you guys are going to laugh your ass off. But so I split up I was living with some girl. No, I'm sorry. No, this was when me and the fiance split up, right? So one of the first girls that I dated after that was like this fucking wacko from Greece. Like, dude, like...
some of them are beautiful, but there's feisty.
Bro, fucking... No, this was crazy. Like, half-eaten sandwiches in my fucking mailbox type of shit. Like, wow. Yeah, with her name on the receipt.
They'll fight a bitch.
They don't play. Dude, this chick was crazy. I half think she was a hooker. But because they're looking back at it now, like going to her apartment, there was like dude shirts and like always making up weird shit. Like, oh, I had, IVF and I'm selling my eggs and all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
bowl of condoms out front.
Yeah,
Steve couldn't put it together.
Bro, it was fucking weird. She's like,
just a fishbowl full of condoms on her fucking desk.
I know,
you.
I know DeMarcus Ware, and I'm like, why the fuck does a 110-pound little girl from Greece know DeMarcus Ware?
Pay for the bills.
I remember. He was on the Cowboys.
He played for the Cowboys. Yeah.
Oh, DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Ware.
Oh, my bad.
It shows me a picture of this fucking guy.
Big boy.
And I'm just like, what the fuck, right? Like crazy, and like she got all fucking nuts, and then told me, she's like, I'm pregnant, and I'm like, well, no, that can't be true, because no, and she's like, yes, I am, and like, dude, ran this fucking scam, and was like, oh, the abortion's $1,700, and I'm like, okay, here's $1,700, and fucking like, ghost. Whoa. Yeah, dude, yeah.
She ghosted you?
Yeah. Yeah, so like, wow, yeah, dude, this is fucking insane. I try not to think about it. It's fucking wild.
Wow.
So, okay. I run into one of her friends. I'm out with my homie Christina, and we're out at this bar, and I run into one of this girl's friends. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, she made a lot of money off that scam this year.
Oh.
And I said, what? She goes, Kenny? I go, yeah, I know fucking Kenny. We went to high school. Like, we went to school. He lives up the street. He goes, you should probably go talk to Kenny. Dude, I go over to this guy's house, right? And we're talking. We're finishing each other's sentences. She got him for 76.
Grand?
No, $7,600.
Oh.
I was like, 70 grand. Wow.
No.
The abortion scam this bitch is pulling?
Yeah.
She's just fucking a bunch of dudes and a prostitute.
Honestly, I think she was a hooker.
So they're paying her $300 to fuck, and then she calls them a few days later and says, "I'm pregnant. Give me 17."
Well, no, I wasn't paying her.
No, she's probably dating.
I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
She's probably on Craigslist or some shit. You didn't know.
Yeah, and like you didn't put it together. Like one time I went over there and her car was like spray painted with the word whore.
No.
And I'm just like, oh, who would do this? She's like, oh,
this neighborhood is mean.
Okay, so all this shit goes down. Then I like block everything. Mm-hmm. And this bitch starts leaving half-eaten sandwiches in the styrofoam in my fucking mailbox.
It's disgusting.
Now, is you telling this story right now? Like, are you safe? Telling this story on YouTube?
He's loaded.
You wouldn't make it up my driveway. Let's put it that way, because in Florida we shoot first. We ask questions second.
Let's go.
So I'm like freaked the fuck out, right? So this bitch is like, it's going fucking crazy. So I go to my homie Christina's friend's place in Canandaigua, and I literally stayed there for a fucking week. I stayed there for a week. When I got back, I talked to one of my buddies, Ken, who's a professor, and he's like all super 2A, super constitutional fucking guy, right? The guy, he's a doctor of physics or some shit, doctor of engineering. Okay, so I'm like, bro, I should probably get a gun. He's like, yeah. I'm like, which one should I get? He's like, an AR-15. I'm like, oh, okay, because I didn't really tell him the backstory. Like, knowing now, you don't protect your house with an AR-15. It's the dumbest thing you could possibly fucking do. But so I go to Dick's Sporting Goods in Henrietta. You know where that guitar store was in Henrietta? Okay. There was a Dick's next to it. I walk in. They hand me a fucking AR-15. I pass the background check, and I walk right out of this fucking thing with hollow point ammunition. Right? Because at the time, in 2008, an AR-15 that was legal in New York, just 10-round mag, that's it. So they would sell this Bushmaster AR-15 without the adjustable stock and a 10-round magazine, that's it. Because the Clintons had banned 30-round magazines, but if you possessed them prior to 1994, they were grandfathered in. So that was one of the scams that we fucking ran, was you could buy Israeli 30-round magazines because they were all manufactured before 1994. So I had a fucking arsenal of this shit, and then I started falling in love with guns and all that.
So when you bought the gun, when you bought the gun, was it because you were scared of her, or maybe that there was a bigger thing going on behind her? Like, she was only part of the scam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
She might have had a pimp.
But very well could be, but
like a high-level pimp.
Well, or just very manipulative. So, hey, this guy fucked with me, go beat him up. You know what I mean? Or like rob his shit. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I care so much about guns, I can't be voting for like Democratic parties.
Because then you dug into it, like, what the fuck's going on? Why is it so hard to get a pistol in New York? And it all just pointed to liberal policy. It's fucking.
You have the right to be safe. You found out you have the right to feel safe.
This all This all comes from my buddy Ken. So we start. This is in 2008, 2009 is when I first started getting into what the lies were that we've been told, and like trading safety, or you basically trade your freedom for safety, which is ultimately what happened in 9/11 with the Patriot Act. We talked about this before too. It was just we're trading our fucking freedom for safety, dude, and our privacy and all that shit. So thanks to my buddy Ken. He kind of led me down the conservative/libertarian way, because right now, like half of these fucking GOP people in Congress, they got to go. Mitch McConnell stroked out in front of the entire Senate. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it bugged me out when I saw it, because like here's where my crazy brain goes, because clearly when you see him, and I showed it, she hadn't even seen it yet, she's been so busy, but I just showed her before the show. He's literally up on, I don't know if it's Capitol Hill or wherever the hell he is, right? He's giving a little talk, a little summary, and dude, not only does he fucking literally freeze.
It glitches out.
Yeah, it's almost like he's like, dude, I was literally thinking, is this motherfucker connected to the internet and he's a robot and the fucking Wi-Fi just went out or something? Like
that's what it was like.
That's literally what it looked like. And then the creepiest thing is, and this is me going way off on my conspiracies, but somebody behind him grabbed his elbow, and in a weird little thing, I saw them kind of like doing this thing to the elbow. Watch the video again.
That feels really good.
You think they were checking for like pulse or something?
I think they were trying to reset him. They're trying to hit the reset button.
The reset button.
I don't know.
What's it called when you shut down here? The restart. The restart button.
You got to hit him with a pen.
Like, watch it again, though. It'll trip you out.
The elbow, out of all places, is where you think the restart button is.
I think clearly it is.
No, it actually makes a shitload of sense, because
it's accessible.
Because nobody's going to be like, oh, what the fuck is that? Like, there's
boop, look around for the button.
Like a little Teddy Ruxpin bear.
And the motherfucker restarted.
Yeah, he was like, get right back.
So, interestingly enough, I mean, we're seeing a lot of that in politics on TV. Yeah. People just stroking out in backgrounds, acting fucking weird.
Biden, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, he can't even talk.
It's elder abuse.
It's embarrassing. I mean, it's like, what?
So there should
be the leader of the free world.
No, that's the thing. I mean, us as American citizens, there should be something where they say you are unjust to do this job.
No doubt.
Like, it's just
and it can't
evident.
Be, you know what? Not to cut you off. It can't be age, though, because we're clearly living longer. Some people are healthier longer than others. They should have to take, just like a senior citizen should have to pass a driver's test every fucking year. Dude, they should have to pass a cognitive test.
Yeah.
That should be the mandate.
That's all fucking scam, too.
Yeah, because they could just say,
Biden
passed. passed, unless he does it in live television or some crazy.
And still, they could.
How embarrassing would that be, having to do a cognitive test on live TV?
Just fucking,
We don't trust you. Go on live TV.
Yeah, dude, they have it. It's called the 25th Amendment. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to misspeak.
Okay.
Yeah.
But nobody seems...
read it to me.
They tried to pull this shit on Trump. That's what they're trying to do. But really, this motherfucker needs to go.
So this is what
Can you read it though? Just so I can.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the
Go
gist
ahead,
of it here.
So you know what? You know how it's like the saying of like the boyfriend who accuses the girlfriend of cheating. Usually the boyfriend's cheating.
Absolutely.
You've ever hear
You're
that?
so
Yeah,
spot on.
it's
with
called
what you're about to say.
projection.
So I'm thinking about this with politics. Everything that they're blaming on Trump is
100%.
things that they're doing.
Oh, you
Ding,
just
ding, ding,
figured
ding,
that
ding,
out?
just
ding, ding,
clicked.
ding, ding, ding,
Listen,
ding, ding.
So go read Rules for Radicals
Yeah.
by Saul Alinsky.
Uh-huh.
They are following that book to a T. One of the first principles
Can't
is
believe it just clicked.
blame others for what you are doing.
Yeah, and it happens in. I mean, I know this in a relationship
Oh, yeah.
setting, but like just thinking about this, I'm like, hang on, I just connected all the dots.
Yeah, no, every single issue has been what they're doing. Think about
Projection.
it. It goes all the way back to Trump. Oh, he's a Russian asset. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton paid for that fucking thing. We know this. We're not even making this shit up. This is what happened. Right? Like
Wild.
it literally everything they say is wrong with Republicans is exactly what they're doing. It's fucking wild.
Wow.
It's trippy, right?
Wow.
To think that we could be in this like banana republic, and unfortunately, we kind of are.
We are.
We're just in a fucking banana republic.
I just can't
right now.
believe. I mean, I'm always open to like, I'm always open to other opinions, thoughts, ideas. I really don't have like, I'm just following that all that thought process just happened in order for me.
So we're just told at a young age to basically defer to experts, whether it's a doctor or a politician or a teacher or whoever. So most people just go through life just going, oh no, they're presidents. They're doing what's right for the country, and
The expert said it.
Yeah, they might have difficulties in back rooms, but they're doing what's right for the country. It is, and I probably say this every fucking show. It's unfathomable to believe that that the government, the U.S. federal government, could be this corrupt. And dude, it may be the most corrupt. It's a fucking sideways show right now. It's crazy.
And somehow our souls ended up in bodies that are part of America. That's the thing too. It's like, why were we not born in? Is Australia even real? Like, you see how my brain just goes? It's like,
Yeah, I've never been there.
transplant.
Australia is real. But no, we were born at the peak of society.
I think so.
Really, we were. Because
think
we
so,
had
too.
80s, you said?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because we had an analog childhood and a digital adulthood. So not only are we armed with the ability to do this, but we also have that hustle and that work ethic that is just missing. Because everything we've got, we had to work for, dude. Anyway.
Yeah,
We'll talk
hustle
about
and
that
tech.
quick.
Hustle and tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hustle
So
and tech.
I'm like, this 25th Amendment shit is there's a lot to it, but it's one of those articles that Joy Behar and her fucking scumbag friends were crying about. Trump's unfit for office, remove him. But really, the guy's smarter than all of us put together, which is wild. So anyway, the corruption with this Biden case, dude, with Hunter Biden. Are you fucking kidding me?
So I actually don't know. I know that some news came out this week, and I really have not been paying attention. Could you please enlighten me a little bit?
What do you know?
Well, so what I know, and obviously you know deeper than me, but basically there was a plea deal, right? And the plea deal couldn't have been more cupcake. Like
It's lenient as fuck. It was
Wow.
1,000 hours of community service.
And
Come
from
on.
my understanding, it went in front of the judge. And isn't the judge like, really? Like, come
You're
on.
kidding me.
Like you think we can just do this? Like it's so blatantly fucking wrong to just allow this person to slide through with so much damning evidence. The judge is like,
Come on, guys.
like my fucking, basically my life and career is on the line if I fucking, that's probably what he's
And trial's going to be
thinking.
in New York City, right?
I didn't read that far into it, but one of the things I did see was
I don't think a trial is set yet. Sorry, I don't think it's set, but it's likely.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
somebody from Biden's lawyer team like called the judge or the court and tried to like pose as a representative from some federal bureaucracy and saying like don't admit that. but really it was never admit. It wasn't even in the fucking files to begin with. So they shot themselves in the foot, and that's the other reason the judge was like, "No, dude, fuck that," you know. And then Biden's team actually turned down the plea deal. It wasn't the judge. It wasn't the judge. It was Biden's team.
I thought it was the judge. Okay.
No, dude, it's fucking wild. So his shit's falling apart. You got this guy.
It's going to lead to It's going to lead to impeachment of Biden.
Well,
it's going to lead to that process, right?
This is what I think, and because the Republicans in our government are such spineless pussies, the Democrats are after this guy now. Okay, because they know he's fucking embarrassing. Like nobody with two eyes and a function.
Who's this guy?
Biden.
Which one?
Joe.
Okay.
Point is, they're going to get him out.
Everybody's predicting it.
100%, because they have to.
That he'll be out of office.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because he can't win a re-election.
Everyone was. The other thing I'm seeing too is that everyone thinks that Kamala Harris is always like hammered. Like
She's fucking nuts.
like she's always wasted.
You know
when
who's
she
scary?
speaks.
You know who's very scary?
Who?
Who very scary? And I'll tell you why. Gavin Newsom. He's very scary. Because you know what? He fucking makes sense with some of the things he said. And you know what he said? You know what I heard Trump say about Gavin Newsom? He says, I actually like Gavin.
Yeah.
I don't know who Gavin is.
So he's
Governor of California.
Governor of California.
Okay.
So long story short, he's handsome. He's articulate.
Extremely well spoken.
He's and you know what? I saw him going back and forth with Hannity, and you know he's very convincing.
He didn't crack.
He's very convincing. But so I heard Trump. They said, "Oh, what do you think?" I think it was Hannity asked Trump what he thought about Gavin Newsom. Trump said, "I like Gavin. Me and Gavin have a good relationship." He said during COVID, he goes, "Gavin would always tell me I was doing a great job. We had a great." So that's what makes him even scarier.
That's fucking terrifying. Can you imagine California policy for all 50 states? What the we're all screwed.
He's the
Wait,
one.
so this Gavin guy is scary because of his policies?
And it's also Nancy Pelosi's nephew.
Her what?
Nephew.
No. But Trump likes him?
No.
What am I missing?
Trump doesn't bash him the way he does Biden.
Correct.
That's what I'm saying.
But why?
No, because he said when COVID, when shit hit the fan with COVID, Trump obviously must have been on conference calls with all the governors.
Yeah.
Right? Some shit like that. And they must have had a lot of dialogue here and there. Dude, I'm sure these governors probably all text message Trump.
For sure.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And apparently, so of course you would think Trump would have a good relationship with the red governors, and then he's likely to have a less solid relationship with the blue governors.
Right.
And you would think that, especially California, especially with those politics, you would think that Trump would really butt heads. You would just assume with that governor. But Trump acknowledged, no, we have a good relationship.
He will. So here's the thing. Trump basically lives his life by the art of war, which is keep your enemies closer. That's part of it.
Okay.
And I'm sure, yeah.
Okay, so here's what happens. When the Democrat establishment, or whoever, the powers that be, decide, okay, we've had enough of this fucking guy. Joe Biden, you're gone. This Hunter thing is going to be a very plausible way to get him out, just like you were saying earlier, okay? So let's say he's out, Harris is in. Harris will be in there for, a year? About a year, maybe? 8 months, 6 months? Yeah. Okay? It's a way for the Democrats to save face. They're going to have to do something soon because the primaries and all that shit are coming up. And they refuse to run this guy. They're not allowing debate. They're not going to primary him. They're not that. So he's going to be removed one way or the other. And that could either be a very good thing or a very bad thing. If it's Newsom, it's a fucking terrible thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not good. What else are we talking about?
I like how we just fucking are firing away, and we I don't even know if we've hit our second or third topic.
No, well, kind of.
We're mixing it up.
Sprinkle. We're at the bottom of 2. So the bottom of the second topic was the UFO shit that I touched on. This fucking guy sitting there like, yeah, no, I know where they are. There's, biologics. And the lady's like, I said human, and he's like, no. Yes, we have them. Yes, I know where they are. I got 45 people that can attest to the fact that we have UFO technology. And everybody's just like, cool.
Yeah, nobody's freaking out.
No one's freaking out.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Did you see that one? Oh, you've been too busy.
I've been really clocked out here. But so here's the thing. What's so special about a UFO because it can't be built in the United States? Like, what's the big deal about a UFO?
The shit's from space, girlfriend.
That it is what it's supposed to do.
Like, what's the difference
I don't
in
want
an
to lead
airplane?
you. I don't want to lead you.
I know.
I don't want to lead you.
No, I'm actually a
But
prime candidate to be.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So,
Yeah.
so the big deal is in the eyes of the public, is that it confirms there's other life, and that other life technically could be a benefit to us or a huge threat to our civilization.
Sure. So here's the thing. Because I have questioned a lot of things like moon landing, things like that, why would they not be fake? Like, I have a hard time not
Sure.
questioning everything now.
Sure. Okay. Let's go there. So I talked earlier about the World Economic Forum and Klaus Schwab also wanting to start a one world religion. Well, guess what happens if they're like, UFOs and aliens are real? All tenets of religion fall the fuck apart. Okay, well, this is what we've got, which is we believe in the higher powers above, and they're not here to harm us at all. They're here to help us.
So let me ask you this, Steve.
Those are our new gods.
That sounds just like.
Let me ask you this.
Super plausible. I mean, think about how stupid everybody is.
I mean, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And okay, so we're way more educated than a lot of people in some of these third world countries.
Right. I know.
Yeah, they're still converting people to Christianity in the fucking Congo and shit. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know.
So all of a sudden, what do? They park a fucking UFO over, South Africa or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what they're fucking gonna do. But you can see it. Like you can almost write the story.
Yeah.
So I think the story's the other part of it, right? So, okay, I'm just gonna make my stance right here.
Do it.
There's no fucking aliens from no outer space. Okay, they might be from a fucking dimension. They might be from some fucking outer Earth, some fucking inner Earth shit. Maybe, possibly. Okay, there's no fucking aliens. Don't believe this shit. Sorry. So, but here's the thing. What I believe they're trying to do is it does go in line with the one world government.
100%.
Because if
we have to unify against this threat.
Yeah, it's an existential threat to humanity. We all better put our shit together. We all better get in line. I think it helps the New World Order create that one world government.
1,000%.
So I can't help but think with this one world order, government, whatever, I feel like, and we did touch on this, it feels like America's like a really big power, a part of it.
Yeah.
Or the power.
No, it has to fall.
It has to.
Yeah.
Wild.
It has to fall in order for that to be pulled off.
Can't be free. You can't have the civilians with the power.
So bigger picture of what's happening right now in politics is that the people that are awake and seeing what's happening are trying to stop that.
And it's a race against everyone else waking up. So that's
where does
that's
Europe stand with this?
Oh, Europe's fucked.
They're already. That's what I figured.
So the UK with Brexit,
Right.
Brexit saved their ass from some
And they
crazy
made Brexit.
shit.
They made Brexit. The media made Brexit seem like this horrible
I know,
thing.
right? Of course. Now most people don't understand what's happening in Brazil as well. So Bolsonaro was basically the Brazilian Trump. First thing he did was give them their guns back. Guess what happened to crime? Went to fucking shit. Went to zero. Plummeted. Let's put it that way. Okay. Next election rolls around. The current president that won this election is Lula. He was in jail prior to the election for corruption. The Supreme Court in Brazil got this fucker out of jail and basically reinstalled him because Brazil was starting to wake up. Right, right. Now they're back to socialism and corruption and all that shit.
yeah, it's
The idea is who's going to play ball.
yeah.
Intense.
Yeah, dude. And this is all. We're not making this up. Like all of this stuff is happening, and most people don't even know where to look for it because Google is censored.
For sure.
Right? I'm telling you, throw Google off your fucking computer. Put DuckDuckGo up there. You're gonna get way better results.
Are we able?
BitChute, it's like a YouTube.
Oh, BitChute.
DuckDuckGo,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Listen, obviously, three of us are very similar with our beliefs, stuff like that. We should definitely get someone on here at some point who is firmly. We should get Daniel on here,
Who's like
a Democrat.
Well,
and see how they feel about this.
I don't want to punch somebody live on camera.
I mean, I feel that, but it would be interesting because I want it has to click somewhere, right? Or is there just no way?
No, they're so firm in their belief because it's this. I say this all the time. If you grew up for the first 10 years of your life in a box and never saw that the sky was blue, okay? And every year for 10 years of your life, your mom or dad or some trusted figure walked in and said, wait till you see the sky on your 10th birthday. It's orange. Wait till you see it. Wait till you see it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you walk outside. Oh, that's the color orange. No, motherfucker, that's blue. Do you understand what I mean? Like, that's what this is like. They don't see it. They don't even know. They don't think it's possible. Which is also the same thing. This is the problem in America with success as well. People don't believe it's possible because they've been held down for forever.
Just so you know, I don't know. I used to be right. So you remember how you said a few minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, that you voted for Obama in 2008. Okay. In 2017, I was convinced and obsessed with aliens.
Oh,
obsessed.
Yeah? Okay.
Obsessed.
What'd you learn?
I went down all the rabbit holes, went down all of them, and I was like, they fucking exist. It's just a matter of time before they fucking come. Some of them are living amongst us. There's fucking, they're actually running the world. They live in fucking Antarctica, and they got a base there, and they're running the world. So politicians go down there to fucking get their orders.
I believe that.
Right, and all this shit. But I came to realize I think it's a bunch of bullshit. So I think all of this technology, I saw a UFO. Well, a UFO is an unidentified flying object. Mm-hmm. All you're saying that you saw was technology you can't explain. Who's to say the United States government, with the fucking trillions and trillions of dollars that is not accounted for,
they light on fire. Right.
It's just not accounted for, by the way.
Oh, a rounding error gave $8 billion to the Ukraine. We don't know where it came from.
The Ukraine.
Oh yeah, right before 9/11.
Oh, that too.
Remember,
we're missing $2 trillion.
$2 trillion.
We don't know where it is.
The next day, 9/11 happens. There's $2 trillion. We can't find it. So here's my point. Who's to say that they're not investing in wildly amazing technology that can take the image or be disguised or perceived as a UFO.
That's what I was saying. I can't help but think it's like the same thing with the moon landing and putting a fucking United States of America U.S. flag on there.
Yeah.
I hope aliens are real, dude. I'd love to fucking meet one.
Fuck yeah.
It fucking kills me over. We're fucked anyway.
What's up, lizard?
What's up, lizard?
So speaking of lizards, the Obama chef was found dead in their pond. What the fuck is that?
That's pretty wild.
Like in the pond in your front yard, the guy's just dead. I mean, what are we talking about here? Did that guy see something he shouldn't have seen?
100%.
Have you been following Patrick Bet David yet?
I haven't. I know who he is though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
you got to send him that up.
Yeah.
I know what you're going to say.
Gotta send this to you. So Anthony Weiner was on.
Oh yeah. You sent it to me.
He had Chris Cuomo on.
Destroyed
Chris Cuomo was awesome. By the way.
Destroyed it.
So Anthony Weiner's on, and he goes, "Hey." So he
hold on, stop. Yeah. Wouldn't you change your fucking name if your last name was Weiner?
And
Come on,
sending out wieners.
Come
you're
on,
sending pictures of wieners
dicks everywhere. Like what? Wouldn't you change your fucking last name?
I don't know how he's still getting a place to speak.
No, answer me. If your last name was Butthole, wouldn't you be like, well, okay. Come on.
Yeah, I would definitely change it.
All right, go ahead.
Especially if you're sending out wieners.
Just dicks to
like
well,
underage.
We felt like it was fitting,
What the fuck? All right, go ahead.
No. So it was. You're gonna die.
Sorry, I can't. I just can't with that.
Wiener?
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, Wiener.
So Patrick Bet David basically says to him, he's like, hey, I just got a question for you, because he's talking about how Hillary Clinton's this amazing person and she's this wonderful politician. She's not corrupt.
Yeah, he's just trying not to get killed.
And he lists off 40 people that have been killed that are tied to the Clintons.
It's 97.
Gunshot wounds.
It's actually 97.
Is it 97?
Yeah.
Well, he got through 40, and they're all these wild deaths.
Yeah.
And Anthony Weiner's like, just naming fucking names. He just lost it.
Oh, yeah.
He fucking lost it.
And the first sign of guilt is losing your shit.
And then Patrick Bet David, just right above this guy, he goes, your reaction is all I need to know.
That's it.
He goes, your reaction is your answer.
Yeah, 100%.
Which made him freak even more.
But no, legitimately, think about it. Do you know more than 5 people that have committed suicide? Do you know more than 3? Do you know more than 2? Do you know even 1?
I don't know anyone.
Right? Like, I can think of one person.
I don't think I know anybody.
My neighbor's kid, and that was like 5 degrees of separation. I don't have any friends that actually fucking off themselves. How do the Clintons, how are they 1 degree separated from 97 fucking people that committed suicide? What are we talking about?
And some really crazy deaths.
Oh, yeah.
Gunshot wounds to the chest.
Yeah.
Like,
They're saying that's how they committed suicide, was to the chest.
Yeah.
They're really like, what the fuck? Like, if you look at the way these deaths happen, they're really aggressive.
He committed suicide with 6 shots in the back. It's like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
I'll read through them with you. But basically, it's 97 ways. It's not just people having a heart attack or something. It's vicious deaths.
Yeah.
It's
like
wild.
murders, like straight up fucking.
That's so weird.
He was just playing around with a gun. He died.
Yeah, oops.
That was subtle. It's very subtle.
Did I ever tell you my theory about how Antonin Scalia died?
No.
Well, it's about the time frame, right? So Scalia died prior to the 2016 election. Just in his bed, dead. Okay. Antonin Scalia is the #1 judge for the Second Amendment. The first thing that the New World Order needs is for us to be unarmed, because then we'll fall easily. When the UN hats land on a fucking ground, we got no way to defend ourselves. Just look at Venezuela. Same thing happened there. Okay, so Scalia dies prior to the election. What was Hillary Clinton's chances of winning that election?
And which one?
16.
It was supposed to be 95%. It was supposed to be.
I saw some shit that was 98.
Yeah, it was supposed to be done deal.
100% done deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't think that they knew that Roberts was retiring the following year? They all know.
Of course.
That's stupid. So what ended up happening instead was, instead of her getting those 2 seats and the #1 Second Amendment judge off the fucking court, fucking Trump won and appointed 3 conservative U.S. justices.
Thank God.
Dude, you know how close we came?
Wow.
If she
To
won,
being
if
over.
she-
To
yeah,
being
oh,
over, yeah.
If she won that election, dude, done.
So talking about, to go into one of our other topics, right? So, and I know we've touched on this before, but you know, a sneaky way to kill somebody would be to have them administer something that they don't even know is deadly.
Like
right?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Like,
That's where I was going with that. So they have like heart attack guns, bro. Like shit that'll just stop your heart, like sound waves. Just bloop,
Oh,
done.
yeah. Right, yeah,
So
I've seen those.
and that's how Scalia died from a heart attack. I'm fucking 90% sure they killed him.
Yeah.
No problem, because he was perfectly healthy. There's too many reasons why he needed to go.
You want to hear
understand?
something funny?
Yeah.
It's about the 2016 election. So where I went to college has a bunch. I think a college has a bunch of liberal motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
But
I saw somebody say on TV.
It's one
that
of
might be,
the
no,
most-
No. The most fucking woke place in the country.
dude,
Ithaca? Yeah.
The worst college I ever visited was Cornell.
Cornell. I know.
Oh my
I know.
God.
So I was.
Couldn't
That's
wait
why
to-
I was fucking miserable when I went there with you and Richie and whatever. It just smelled of fucking just
smacked of liberal nonsense.
So I was actually very. It was in the time when I couldn't be open about my political beliefs.
Still can't.
I'm surrounded by all these people and professors and all that sort of shit. My roommate at the time, thought something was absolutely wrong with me, that I would be in favor of Trump becoming president. And she went as far as to make her phone screensaver Michelle and Barack Obama to try to piss me off.
Yuck.
How weird is that? And I was like, I don't even care. And then once there was 2 other people that I knew that were waiting for this election to happen and that were rooting for Trump. And when it happened, my roommate wouldn't talk to me. It was like,
You know what's wild? If I
but
find
she
out,
didn't even know what the all of a sudden she was into politics. All of a sudden she was into politics.
As if her opinion actually means anything.
why is it?
It's just
There's this image that or the story that Republicans are aggressive, like the misogynist alpha male, right? That's kind of the perception, right? So what's fascinating to me is if I find out someone's on the left, right? I don't get angry. I literally just think to myself, you're probably just very misinformed.
Yeah.
That's all I think.
Yeah.
You're just very misinformed, right?
I just think they're mentally ill.
But when they find out you're on the right, it's anger.
Yeah.
The aggression's from there. It trips me out. That there was
outward tension because she was upset that I was in favor of Donald Trump becoming president.
Right.
But mind you, what she just all of a sudden was into politics. Her family is all Republican, by the way.
Yeah.
All of a sudden she's like a woman empowered lady. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, how could you vote for somebody like that? Blah blah blah. Well, I've been, my dad is very much like you guys, and he's been in my ear since I've been able to understand.
Because he's a businessman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when she started blabbing off to me, I was just quiet. I was like, oh, okay, change your phone screen, do whatever the hell you want to do. It doesn't, and how amazing the outcome of it, right? Ugh. The next morning I was like, fuck off. Like,
Dude.
I don't even want to hear your shit.
What was that like?
I was running victory laps around my house.
Oh my God,
What was
professors.
that like on Ithaca campus?
Guys, you're going to die. You're going to absolutely die.
Yeah.
Email the next morning. Multiple professors. Guys, I have been nonstop crying all night. My whole entire family, friends, neighbors are going to get deported once January 1st hits. I have to cancel class. I can't even be in class right now. I'm so distraught. This is unbelievable. I will be holding a protest outside of so-and-so's school hall in case you are with me here, but I cannot teach class.
How'd you do?
And I was like, fuck yeah, no class.
Yeah, sweet. Let's go to the bar.
I feel bad for you.
You know, it was
being in that
actually,
environment.
and I should use my TikTok platform that I'm creating to speak on this because it was majority. And like, people looked at me like some racist white bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's the
I'm
Trump
really
crowd.
not.
I know.
Like, I'm really fucking not.
I just rather not go down with the ship doing the same shit.
Yeah.
That was my. That was
Yeah.
for me.
Wow.
Dude, I had one of my buddies has a gay brother, and Trump lands, and I'm like, fuck yeah, right? And my other buddy's like, fuck yeah, and he's like, oh, my brother is gonna get rounded up and
Oh, yeah, they
and
can't
put
get
in
married anymore.
Concentration camps.
Yeah.
Like, shut the.
Like, where are you
fuck
getting
up.
these stats?
Where do you come up with this?
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Like,
like,
just, I can't with you. Shut up. I said, if you want to remain friends, don't ever bring up politics with me. You are so far out of your depth, it's embarrassing. Stop. My God.
I hope I'm around you one day when someone breaks up.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, it would be very entertaining.
Just can't.
We got to get Noah on here
I know.
because Noah's a gay, openly gay male,
Let's go.
and he's I would argue he's
Conservative.
definitely conservative,
Yeah, great.
and there's plenty
And
of
he's-
conservative.
And he's into conspiracies too.
There's a lot of them.
He
Let's-
wants to be on it.
So speaking about that shit about what annoys you, right? I got two. I want to hear what.
Fire off.
Okay. So there's something wrong with me.
Yep.
Chewing. Stop.
Hearing someone else chewing.
Yes, but listen, not even that. Okay, it's not even that. It's the sounds that you can't control, like the mushing or the crunching of an almond throughout your sinus cavities. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a fucking problem. Like you can do that, and that doesn't bother me. It's the mushing. It's the involuntary sounds that you make just consuming food that I have. Dude, I need sound if I'm eating. I need something in the background.
This is no matter what.
No matter what. My nightmare.
That was just you.
No, my nightmare is a dinner by candlelight. That is a fucking nightmare.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, I have to get up. I gotta go. Even myself. It's not just you. Like you remember Mark's Pizza. The worst thing ever is Mark's Pizza, fresh out the box. Me chewing it myself.
Stop.
I just
Too much slapping with that one.
We were talking about sounds though. Like, I can't stand styrofoam.
No.
No, that shit fucks me.
It's called tactile sensitivity, by the way.
I don't know what it's called. But
Tactile
My
sensitivity.
sister's the same way.
My dad has it severely.
Bad. Like
Oh.
you like no. There
Like, we like
has-
fuck with him though.
Oh yeah, I know you do. You're an asshole because like seriously, I'll fucking snap. Like it is a snap job situation. I
Heard that when the dogs bark, her dad fucking loses it.
oh,
Like,
and then they bark.
you know, when they bark. No. See,
Really?
it like triggers something in him. He'll just go from like
They
happy,
have
jovial
like
motherfucker.
training
Really?
remotes, and he'll be like, "Where's the remote? Where's the remote?" Like he's so
He just wants to zap him. Give me the fucking
What? The barking?
the barking.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, why you got dogs, motherfucker?
I'm like, good boy, you're doing your job.
So I really need you to meet this guy in
Yeah,
person
can't
because
wait.
he's
Let's
a
go.
piece of fucking work.
Let's
so
go.
he's really big on Facebook. And I remember we were on our way home from my sister's college graduation, and like he was in a mood for some reason. And so I look on his Facebook while he's in a mood. It's me, my mom, Marcus, my brother, and Eric, and myself in the car. And I'm like looking at his Facebook, and my dad's all pissy, listening to some like just depressing
Nirvana,
music.
there's Nirvana.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
man.
go on his Facebook, and he like reshares something and comments on it. It's like, what are two phrases or words that you just absolutely cannot stand? It makes you want to punch someone in the face. And it was You Go Girl, and fuck, what was the other
Peeps,
one?
my
Peeps.
peeps.
He's like, I just can't. So
When people say my peeps.
So I see this, and I show me and my mom, my brother, and I are in the backseat. Eric's up front because my dad and him are the tall, big dudes, right?
Yeah.
So I show this to my mom and Marcus, and so me and Marcus start fucking with him. I go. He's like, I can't wait to just get home. I'm gonna hang out with my peeps.
Oh my
And like him and I are
God.
like going back and forth, bantering about it.
Marcus is like, hell yeah, you go, girl, have fun.
Yeah, he's like, I go, yeah, I think I'm gonna go meet up with my friends too. He's like, yeah, you go, girl.
Oh my God! Did he just lose his shit?
So
or
he didn't realize though.
that you guys saw the.
No, he did. Oh no, yeah.
No,
yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he goes, oh my God, stop that. He goes, I just saw this thing on Facebook where it literally asked what was the most annoying phrases or words that people could say. And you guys are saying that. He's like, stop that. And then we started cracking
Oh my God.
in front of his face. So that's the thing. When we were younger, like if dad said something, like if he said it, it went. That's what goes.
Yeah.
Now it's like we tease him
Yeah.
because we're older and it's hysterical.
And he can't ground you anymore.
Right. So
Yeah,
we
oh
just
my
like pick
God.
on him.
Okay.
Amazing.
So, do you have any words that like just you can't?
No, anything that you. So what's your pet? Steve gave us one of his pet peeves.
Yeah.
What's something that irritates you or a pet peeve?
Yeah,
Like,
what
outside of
annoys you?
outside of cleanliness.
Besides piss on a toilet seat, you weirdo.
It doesn't have to be sound oriented.
It can be anything.
How about that episode that you had at your parents' house at one time when like me and your dad just started eating pizza?
Okay. So I'm
No.
no. Do you know the story?
No, I don't.
Okay. So
but just a view of you and your dad eating pizza and mushing it all around.
no. It
your
was
mouth.
Eric and my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna die. This is funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so my mom and I do so much when I'm home. My mom and I are the ones that are in the kitchen, cooking, stuff like that. So we ordered takeout, and we got a bunch of different things. And this restaurant that we ordered from happened to be a bunch of small plates family style.
Little tapas.
Yes. So I'm like unloading stuff. I want to make sure like all the food's out there. Everyone's got their plates. Everyone's settled. I'm like laughing thinking about it.
Yeah, because you
It
were
was
so absurd.
ridiculous. Eric and my dad start eating without me and my mom, and
We just start grab pizza. We start fucking grubbing.
and I got really upset.
Yeah.
I yanked the pizza box away because there was 2 pizzas. This one ended up upside down on the floor,
Oh no.
Yeah, she was so pissed.
and I was like. And this was actually early on in mine and Eric's relationship, so I don't think he was comfortable to be like, "What the fuck was that?" Right? So
red flaggy, red flag.
So he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Mom and I are slaving in here. You guys couldn't just wait to have dinner with us." Like it's like principle. I just wanted to like sit and have dinner with everyone. My mom's always slaving away.
Yeah.
I team up with her. My mom's, like she's always. So I got mad. I was like, "You guys can't just fucking wait for 1 minute. We can all sit together and have fucking dinner."
There's nothing wrong with that.
The funny dynamic was I'm in my 40s, Mark's in his late 50s. We were like the 2 little boys being scolded by the fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but is it a pet peeve? No, I would actually say one of the pet peeves happens to me when I'm in like the grocery store or in parking lots because
Tell us about it.
and actually this goes into another topic. I'm going to tie the 2 together, but if you are smart, it's not if you're book smart, it's not if you're street smart. What I've been seeing and researching is that your level of awareness makes you more intelligent. So awareness could be like what you talk about in public, how you act in public, social cues, right? Like if you're waiting for the elevator, are you going to be standing right in front of the door, or are you going to be waiting a little bit to the right? Because common sense,
Yeah,
someone's
people are in
probably
there.
going to come out, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, pet peeve is usually when I'm in the fucking grocery store and these people don't fucking move out of the aisles. You know how tempting it is for me to just take the cart and go into their heels? And I get visibly frustrated though. Like one of these days, I'm like, fucking try me, bitch.
You just gave me 2. Go ahead.
2.
No, you
that
gave
made
me
you
2.
think of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, I'm not perfect with like all that awareness stuff. I can be all over the place, very ADHD, but
90%
the grocery
is
store's-
better than 0, which is what most people have.
Right. So, yeah, I would say for me, it's when I'm in public, I get really irritated with like just stupidity. And
I'm always from New Jersey.
I
Every
know.
fucking time.
I know.
All right, Eric, go.
I got 2 now because here's one.
I like it. It's good. I'm with
This is the one you gave me, right? So
Yeah.
like I'm probably too fucking nice, right? Like,
You are.
Someone who's friendly to me, I'll be even more friendly to. But if you're an asshole to me, I'm going to be a bigger asshole to you. That's kind of how I am. I usually try to turn the other cheek, right? But you know how sometimes, like I'm a bigger dude. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but 250, 260 is on the larger side, right? And I'm pretty wide. So I could be a total prick. If there's a dude here and I'm here and we're walking and we're kind of in a tight space, we know that once we kind of get close to each other, we're going to have to dip our shoulder in or something like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I always dip my shoulder. I always dip.
Yeah.
And some of these motherfuckers don't shoulder dip. Yeah. I'm like, motherfucker, you avoided getting fucking ran over.
Yeah.
Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm the big dude, 160-pound guy, and I'm sitting here going like this,
Yeah.
and he just walks on through, no shoulder dipping. I'm thinking, motherfucker, you are the one. I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
I will flatten you.
Yeah, if we collided, brother, I'm fine. You're not.
You're gonna lose.
Yes.
Bodied.
Next time, I'm just gonna body somebody next time.
You should.
Honestly, I do that sometimes.
You just body bitches?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I can't take it.
All right.
It's so like when I notice that people are not going to move out of my way, I let them hit me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm like, especially women.
Oh yeah.
When I notice that they're gonna walk past me on like the Ave or something, and I'm aware. I'm like, okay, I should probably move to the left or see if they're gonna dodge to the left or the right, whatever. And I see they don't move. I'm like, fuck it, run into me then.
Let's go. Yeah.
And I'm like, nah.
How's it
And I
going?
look back and I'm like,
How's it go?
nothing. They're too ignorant and in their own heads. They don't even know what's going on.
Just NPCs, non-playable characters.
Yeah.
The other one's this.
Character. Oh my god.
The other one is this, because this shit has killed me for fucking years. So let's talk about the invention in the first place. People in the airport. People a lot of times are rushing in between flights, and sometimes you have to fucking
Airport
skedaddle.
etiquette.
Yeah.
You got to skedaddle sometimes, and everybody kind of knows, kind of get out of the way for people that are hustling, right? Because they probably might miss their flight. Well, so I don't know when they implemented these things, but they have like the sideways, what do they call
Oh
it?
yeah, the people movers.
The people movers,
Yeah,
right?
the flat escalators.
Yeah, flat escalators.
Yeah.
They were designed to help motherfuckers skedaddle.
Yeah.
To help the motherfuckers that get on the fucking sideways
And
elevator
stand there.
and stop like walking. Let me just fucking.
Or
That's why I have no shame with the
and
bag
they
hitting.
park.
Yeah. Oh,
and
they just sit there.
And they park.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fuck that. I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone next time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fucking launch into someone their bag on the fucking
Just like
escalator.
hockey check them over the fucking railing. You know?
Well, the truth is that when you're in a crowded enough setting, they're not going to have enough time to be like, who was that? Who was
Yeah,
that?
who did that?
So that's why I'm like, fuck it, I'll run into you.
No.
You're not going to be able to see
No,
who it
but
was.
so like in Atlanta, it says if you're going to stand here, stand to the right. Right? Because people do.
It's not a handicap machine.
No, it's not.
That's what they try to treat it
I
as.
know. Have you been to Fort Lauderdale lately?
No.
Fort Lauderdale's got them fuckers all over the news section.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We kind of avoid
Yeah.
Lauderdale.
Yeah. It's not bad.
PBI is just a
Oh, it's so
breeze.
much better. It's the best airport in the country.
Okay, so let's talk about armrests really quick because
Armrest?
that's an
The
interesting
plane
on the
etiquette.
plane.
See, with us, it's a different perspective because we take up a seat and a half with our width. It's
So
tough.
should people?
It's tough.
Yeah, well, that's why I always get bitch, and I'm always in the
Yeah,
middle every
well,
time I
you're
travel.
tiny.
So whenever we talk, people are always like, "Oh, like, do you guys fly?" Like, people always are curious, like, how people fly. I guess I don't know. Conversation comes up. Oh, you guys economy, business, whatever. Eric's like, "Oh, I don't mind being economy. You just go from one place to the other." I'm like,
Yeah.
"I wonder why you don't mind economy? Because you always have aisle or window."
I'm a window guy.
Right, but if you're
this-
traveling with Tanya,
Yeah, well,
where does she sit?
she sits in the middle.
Exactly,
Well,
so
Tanya's fucking 4 feet tall.
Yes, but
She ain't got no shoulders.
No, she ain't got nothing.
it's about the types of people that you can get next to sometimes.
No,
though.
but I got to tell Lex, here's how we do it, right? So I get the window.
got you next to me,
I
I'm
get
good.
I get the window, but
Proven.
but I go like this.
Yeah, exactly.
So I go like this. So she's got plenty of room in the middle. No, always window. I'm a window guy.
You
I
always
don't
got
like. I don't
room.
like that aisle.
Stop playing. The worst is three
not,
big dudes.
It's not about the room. It's about the shit that I'm sitting next to usually.
So do you know what my story is about why I don't pay for first class? You know my story?
No.
Because I heard Matt Damon. Matt Damon doesn't fly first class. He thinks it's outrageous to pay. When I heard fucking
It is
Matt Damon,
I think it is if it's a short trip. Like
Yeah.
what we do, there's no reason for first
No,
class.
if
I mean, when we go on our honeymoon, babe, don't worry. We'll
No,
fly
if it's a
fucking
long
first class.
flight,
Yeah.
then if it's a really long flight, then I would be open to talking about business first class.
First class
But
to
what we-
Hawaii all day.
Yeah, but what we're talking about now,
Right.
I have no problem. But I'm just saying, like, the types of people that I sit next to on these airplanes, disgusting. You might show up on someone's TikTok one day because you take your shoes off.
Oh no, you're
And
that guy?
And he'll
got
go to the
stinky feet.
bathroom without his shoes on sometimes.
Yeah, I made that mistake once or twice.
No, you don't
That's
do
kinda
that.
weird.
And
Yeah,
people
I agree.
record people like that on
Yeah, you
TikTok.
better be
You're
careful,
gonna get
man.
like people are gonna like find you one day. Like everyone's watching. That's the thing. So I'm
I got
taking.
sexy legs. Put them on
You
TikTok.
do.
I got
Dude,
these-
the cake is tremendous.
So I'm doing this real estate course right now through live stream. And the guy's like, be careful because people do things on camera sometimes that they forget that they're on camera. Well, the thing is, that's the whole world nowadays. Everyone's got a cell phone. Everyone's pulling it out. So if you do something weird on that plane, have you ever seen that one with the girl that she's like saying, I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker back there's not real.
Oh yeah, she's standing there. The lady in the black shirt. She's like,
Yeah.
she's making the
Yeah.
weird Illuminati shit. Not real.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Well, no,
You haven't
so
seen
I didn't see the clip.
You
I've
haven't
seen- I've only
dove
seen
into
like
this yet?
screenshots of it.
Oh my God, you
No,
haven't
I
dove
never-
into this yet?
no, I never saw it.
It does tie into the two topics we did discuss.
He's not real.
Yeah, she was saying that the person was not an amphibian. What do they call them?
A lizard.
Yeah,
A snake.
a reptilian walking amongst us. She's like, that motherfucker's not real because he had green eyes.
No, apparently, no. Apparently, he blinked like this.
Oh, he did a vertical blink.
Yes, he did a
Jesus.
vertical
He
blink.
did a vertical plane.
What?
And then she's disappeared. She's been silenced.
What?
She hasn't been able to come out and talk about her experience on the plane.
That lady guy disappeared?
She has all of her social media is gone. Her LinkedIn, everything. She's been silenced.
Maybe she wasn't real.
So that's the other thing that people are saying, that she was a plant to act
Just
on
bring
that.
awareness to
Yeah.
it. Again, the UFO thing's coming. The reptile aliens are
Because I
among
asked
us.
him about it. I go, what? Remember, I was like, we were in Lake George. I'm like, what is this? It was the first time I heard about it. Because I'm like, this lady keeps showing up on me
Yeah.
for
I used to be
YouTube.
obsessed with it. I was convinced it was totally real.
Yeah, because people have really creepy eyes, and that's where people think it's like a reptilian or something, right?
Dude, if they blink vertically, yeah.
You mean horizontally? Right?
Yeah, I mean, it might be a parasite, which goes to your parasite cleanse. What are you buying? What is this?
Yes, let's talk about this. Okay, health and wellness, very important for the three of us right here. So I have eczema, which is an inflammatory disease.
Autoimmune.
Autoimmune, yes, but it causes inflammation, all that shit. So I've had it for a very long time. And I've gone on certain, I don't calling them diets, but regimens where I eat whole foods. That's usually my diet. It's very whole foods based. I try to avoid anything that causes inflammation. Okay. So not to get too TMI, but like I don't regularly go to the bathroom at all. And I haven't for probably like 4 or 5 years. And it's very frustrating.
More fiber, Lex.
I know, but I eat a lot of fresh vegetables and fruits.
Grab a bag of console.
I know, I have it on my tabs on my phone
Get one.
to purchase. But I'm just like, I feel like I should do a cleanse. So I'm reading on this cleanse. This one actually does parasite cleanse and heavy metal detoxification.
That's huge.
So I got this cleanse for both Eric and myself to try out. It hasn't come yet. It's coming from a homeopathic pharmacy. So it's all homeopathic. But I'm really excited. I wanted to talk about it on here so that when we do get it, we can talk about the results.
Mostly that heavy metal detox, that's going to help you guys with any possible vaccine complications.
Yeah.
And I'm telling my buddies up in New York too. I said, boys, get that heavy metal detox as fast as you can. Because why? Because LeBron James is 18-year-old kid, fucking heart attack. Like what? Like no, like you're not drawing a correlation here. When is the last time an 18-year-old kid, like athlete?
They tried to say it was genetic.
Get the fuck out of here.
Did you guys
Damar
see that?
Hamlin, all these athletes.
Yeah.
They tried to say it's
When did
genetic.
18, 19-year-old world-class athletes just start fucking
Never.
having a heart attack?
Yeah,
Never.
they're supposed to be
The
the
answer is
healthiest.
never.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the
The
healthiest
answer is never.
people. Some of the healthiest people.
What is the underlying cause? Like, what is the correlation here? Okay, your dad is this Chinese-owned mega superstar who has extremely left and tyrannical views. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Bronny had every fucking booster imaginable. It's a miracle he's not dead already.
I was going to say he's definitely been boosted every single
Oh,
time.
fuck yeah, dude.
I wonder, LeBron, by all accounts, seems like to be this amazing father. Like,
Yeah,
I wonder
sure.
if he's going to do some like soul searching, and of course he is, right? He's
No.
great.
No, when China gives you $1 billion a year, what the fuck you care?
Well, but when it's your child, like I wonder if there's going to be introspection.
Maybe.
Wonder what his thoughts are going to be over the next few months.
We'll never know.
I mean, he's going to want to get to the bottom of it as a father.
Yeah, we'll never know.
So what did they settle on for Damar Hamlin? It was just a fluke thing?
Contact, what was it? Contact heart attack. Bullshit. Because if you look at the play, it was a glancing blow. He didn't even take it to the chest. And he stood up. After the fucking event, he stood up. When the cases of that spontaneous heart stopping, I've seen one case in hockey. It happened in hockey in like the 80s. That motherfucker didn't stand up, shake it off, and then just fucking collapse. The guy that got it in the hockey game, if you go watch the clip, he gets hit, he's down, he's fucking out. And they revived him. They took him off the ice on a stretcher, and he was like giving thumbs up. Damar Hamlin was fucking dead. He's dead on a fucking field.
That was crazy. That was actually insane.
Completely insane. And he's in training camp right now.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a kid from Brighton High School who died on a lacrosse field?
Yeah, he got hit with a lacrosse ball.
Recently.
No.
Years ago.
Before COVID.
Before COVID.
My sister's grade, she was friends with him.
Oh, that's wild.
When she was in 6th or 7th grade, like a baby.
Not saying that that's not a thing.
Yeah.
But if you just go look at the play.
Well, the stats have been different too.
Yeah, but go look at the play that Damar Hamlin got fucked up. He didn't even take it directly. It was like a glancing shot. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Of course, yeah. It's just going to be fascinating to see over these next couple of years, like athletes like this.
It's just going to get
just
worse.
dropping, and they've already have been, and they've suppressed a lot of them. But
So do you think it's because
stage,
they've been boosted?
It's because of all of it. It's graphene oxide that's in that shit that you cannot remove, and it causes blood clots. Marquise Goodwin, remember about Buffalo Bills Marquise Goodwin? He's with the Browns. He is on the PUP list with blood clots. Wow. This is an Olympic track star. Oh yeah, I'm sure his blood's fucked up, right? Come on, man.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have voted for Obama in 2008 than get the vaccine.
100%.
You know, I got really lucky because my heart thing.
Yeah.
Because I took baby Tylenol for after I had the fucking vaccine, probably for a year straight.
Yeah. Frankly, you probably should keep taking it until you do these heavy metal detoxes. And that sounds fucking crazy too. But Corey's wife is big into the homeopathic. And she's an NP. She's actually a fucking nurse practitioner. She sends me shit like that all the time, and I'm like, girlfriend, I love you, but you know damn well I didn't take that.
Did they?
No. And she works in the medical field.
So that's the thing that surprises me too. Like you would think someone who's at least has connections like LeBron James to these higher power individuals that have all of these like knowledge, they're higher up, they're controlling the world, whatever. You would think that they would be telling stars like LeBron James, like, hey, just
take the fake one.
Don't get that one. You would think, right?
Well, yeah, but think about it. He's traveling, playing basketball. His son is in some developmental league, right?
No, USC.
College. Oh, he's at USC.
USC, and he'll be drafted next year.
Yeah. So think about that. Like, your kid's in college. You don't have control over that. He's in college, especially in California.
Yeah,
They're
that's
like,
true. Paige and Marcus were fucked.
Everybody line up to get your shot. He probably couldn't even have fucking told them. It's crazy. But
guys like that aren't in power. They're just
shills.
Yeah, LeBron's not in power. He's just a pawn being used.
Here's what we need you to say, Bronny. Yeah. All right. Well, in my opinion, couldn't have happened to a worse tyrant, but it's fucked up to say. Well, I get it. TRT. We haven't touched on it in a minute. So my results are phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, you're getting
swollen. Now I'm starting to cut. I took the MK677 out the equation. Going to do a 1 week delay. I got my RAD 140 in the mail. So the RAD 140 plus the test 200 should yield extremely amazing results. But what I'm noticing is hair growth, right? I could never grow a beard. Now I'm starting to. I got the derma roller going every 2 days. Little titanium needles, poke. And I got a little beard serum coming to wake up the follicles, because maybe someday I'll have a beard like yours. Probably not, but that'd be cool.
You could. Who knows?
I will say that, so my hair started to thin a little bit, so I started taking the biotin, and that's really helped out a ton. And I did not know that so combining testosterone with biotin, dude, ask her. My arms looked like yours.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's how I looked. I had no body hair. I had no arm hair, no leg hair. Now I actually have like Italian man hair. Like, I don't mind it.
Like he's got little chest hairs coming out.
Yeah. But I wonder, someone like, for example, her younger brother is a very naturally hairy person. I wonder if he got on some fucking biotin. He might be like a werewolf.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is so hairy.
What, Marcus?
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
It's crazy.
Like it's like a problem.
See, but I take the biotin too. How do you take it? I take gummies. What do you take?
I just take 4 pills a day. It's
Those
called
pills?
Nutrafol.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should. These gummies are probably bullshit.
You should do Nutrafol.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You should absolutely do it.
I'm telling you, the
Legit?
fucking hat
We have
Yeah.
before
and
and,
the
after
Nutrafol,
Yeah.
pictures
my
from him.
fucking hair is totally different in the past 6 months.
No shit.
We got to show him the before photo.
Well, you know
when we're done.
Ryan's the CEO of Hair Max, right?
I know, it's cool.
Yeah, he's coming over tomorrow. I need him to bring me a fucking hat. Ryan, bring
There's
me a
your
hat.
reminder. Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna. All right, guys, we hit everything.
Wonderful.
1:15. We're good.
Oh, nice.
Right? All right, let's try the outro off of the bat. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Burgers with Eric podcast. You can find new episodes every Saturday on Spotify and Tuesday on YouTube. Whatever the fuck I feel like can't together.